traveling to a new world. Once upon a time there was a family. Abdul, the bigger brother. Farid, the father of the family. And Ziriu, Abdul's mother. This family lived in one of the poorest countries in the African continent, Burundi. They were exhausted about the life conditions, like the lack of water, the miserable salaries, and the government corruption. They had heard from a friend that escaped to France. The friend, Ismet, had told them wonderful things about his new life in France. So Farid started a plan to escape Burundi. Day by day the family started reuniting people for the escape. 2 weeks later, more than 500 citizens wanted to escape that miserable country. So they got a bus and drove to the frontier with Rwanda. Then they had to walk 8 days in Rwanda to get to an abandoned airport. Also, all these days they were eating a little bit of bread and a little bit of milk a day. So they were suffering, the kids were crying, they were all tired, but the conditions back in Burundi were so bad, they didn't want to go back. Then a guy, who they had called up before, would, illegally, take them to Chad from the abandoned airport. Then they had to walk 2,200 kilometers so they could get to Argelia. When they got to Argelia they got a bus to the Mediterranean coast. They took an illegal boat from there and went sailing to France. A month later they finally arrived to France. Abdul's family saved some money, so they made a little business. They started selling kesra and okra, some typical products from the places they went through. Now they have work, and Abdul could go to a decent school. The problem was that kids were getting bullied at school, including Abdul. And the people in the hood didn't trust the market because of the color of the guys there. So after a month of bullying and low buys in the market, Farid decided to move to a poorer city in France. Now the French have realized they have been racist, and they don't have a problem calling on colored people to their count. The end.